All aboard!
The Graeme and Joe Show.
Okay, done.
Perfect.
And welcome to the Graeme and Joe Show.
Yes!
How are you,
Episode
Graeme?
11.
11. Double
We didn't even
figures.
make a big deal on number 10 last week.
The kind of thing we do, we just let it slide.
Number 10, double figures, yo.
It's not a big deal.
This stuff has been going on for 11 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
11 weeks,
When
man.
they look back in history and they used this to root through, they'll be like, God, these guys are really struggling. They didn't know what to do in the lockdown.
And the summer's here, baby.
Summer's here, I can tell by your summer rags. You got your summer rags on?
Summer t-shirts. Gonna get my guns out.
Oh, look at that. I don't think I could even do that. That's very
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
dramatic.
Yeah.
Can you do the... Look out, ladies.
Check them out.
There is a new man on
I
town.
haven't done weights or push-up
Really?
in
Just natural
15
jiggle.
years.
So that's not a muscle. That's
That's
just like
just flab.
flab. You can stimulate in the right way. Shock a bit of flab.
That used to be my
into
like little party piece where I'd go boom, 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 boom.
You do need to get in frame
boom,
there a little bit. You can see the... There you go.
boom, 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 boom.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad, is it?
No.
See, that one, my right arm does everything. My right arm is like,
What does it mean,
that's
does
the one that
everything?
does all the work.
Well, you're right-handed,
Lefty
aren't you?
is just like
Lefty's just left flopping.
That's the one that jiggles, and then that's the one that's like
That's rock hard.
that'd take down a horse.
You just a full charging horse
Yes,
coming at you.
Yeah,
like
just-
Braveheart style.
and I
You just
just
lean
go,
into it. Would you turn the hip into it? Wasn't that what they say? You throw.
I wouldn't even need to, man.
Just-
It's all the power's in my bicep.
Just a little wrap.
All in my bicep. I don't even barely have a tricep.
You're like Hugh Cullen or someone just.
Yeah,
So what if someone just cut your arm off in a battle? A big sword.
I'd be left wounded and
Then you just
unable to defend myself because I just have a little
your little jiggler
my
left.
little jiggler. I try to jiggle you to death. I'll try to hypnotise them with the jiggle on my arm.
Just rub it on his face. Go. He'd be like
Yeah. But it's
Getting all
good. It's
scared.
good to get them out again, man. It's good just to.
Good.
I was even thinking about taking the t-shirt off in the park
Oh,
the other
really?
day, and then I was
I
like,
think you're too old for that now.
I don't know, man. I'll wait till I'm.
That's
It's not good enough, is it not? You can't
not
do that.
good now. I think there comes a point where you're like, how comfortable you need to be compared to how offended does everyone else need to be.
What if you just don't care?
But that's what I mean. If you don't care, go for it.
Yeah.
It's how close you are to it. I know the feel. I've had that before. You kind of go, you know what? Fine. It's like holidays, but then it's
Yeah.
Ireland. It's just there's always some guy with his top off when it hits like 20 degrees, even though it's
Why
not
not,
that
man?
warm.
You want the all-round tan. Like, you don't want to be going around with your
You
farmer's
have to get a
tan or your.
You're gonna get a full tan in like
Yeah.
an hour.
Well, not an
Suppose
hour,
so.
but if you put on the right oil.
The little
And,
coconut. What do you use? Coconut. Bacon
No,
grease?
just a Hawaiian tropic.
Oh, you go dark. Number 9, dark.
I know, I'm on
Saddle brown,
I'd
leather
never
brown.
start on number 9. Jeez, I'd
I didn't
fry
know
in the
that's
sun. man.
scale. Is that the...
I'd normally start around a 15.
Yeah.
And then work my way down once I've got a bit of a base tan going.
I don't put any on and I just burn instantly. I need
Oh.
like a factor 50.
Well, that's not smart.
Like,
Joe.
I have the like luminescent skin that like reflects. Do you know when you're like something glinting in the horizon? You're like, what is that? Is that,
Joe.
is that something? Someone trying to signal us with a mirror? You're like,
It's a
no,
burning star
it's
coming
Joe.
towards
Yeah,
us.
exactly. That's what the three wise men were following. It wasn't a star of Jesus. It was just some white Irish guy walking through the desert, glinting off. But yeah, no, I couldn't handle it. I just cook instantly.
Yeah.
Get the top off. Do it. You're just a dad now. You're a dad with his top off, though. It's a
Yeah,
different
but I
thing.
got a dad bod.
Oh yeah, are they
Yeah.
hot right now?
I think they are.
They're back in.
Well, I hope so. If they are, I am quids in, son.
So the kids are enough of an
I'll
aphrodisiac.
be quite the little head turner as
You
I
would
walk
be.
down the beach
Just do
with my belly on my boobs.
your
out.
belly and your boobs, jiggling your little biceps, holding your children's hands, getting them ice cream,
Yeah,
dripping 99 down your chest.
we were doing that in Cork. It was in Cork Park,
Yeah,
and no, I didn't get my t-shirt off, but
you're thinking about it. You should have just gone for it.
yeah, it's
Are you in the playground though? Were you near-
Not in the play. Never do that in the
No.
playground, man. But the playground was heaving. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
there
like-
was people everywhere.
Yeah,
and I was like,
picnic up there.
oh God, what are we gonna do?
Sunny Sunday, yeah.
It's like,
once you're
should we be
outside.
staying here? Once you're outside,
Daylight
and then you see your
outside.
kids like licking the slide or something.
Well,
I'm just
yeah,
like,
not great.
Other kids just sneezing on your kid or
just
something.
spit it, yeah. They still haven't quite got the social
But even the
distancing.
kids have gone mental, man, because there was obviously works being done in the playground the other
they've done
day,
it? Yeah.
and they had like a barrier around some places.
Oh, okay.
And literally the barrier was broken down so
Really?
they could get into it.
By like tiny children.
Yeah,
Like,
I think so. Either that or the parents did it.
so it was like
for them.
a new good slide or something. And there's like
Exactly.
yeah, just
It was one of
their
those like
weight.
water pumps, you know, the new water pumps and stuff that they have in
Does it
playgrounds
come?
now.
Oh no! Does it water come out of it?
Yeah, like you just pump it and water comes and then
So
it
it's
goes
fun.
down.
Oh,
and
it has a
goes
little-
through all these little kind of Yeah, exactly,
The little
yeah,
wooden
yeah.
things.
and
That sounds
geez, the
good.
whole thing was knocked down. But then as I was walking out of the park as well, there was a session going on in
Really?
the trees, like
Oh really?
down deep in the trees,
Down the
like,
woods.
like going into a electric picnic after
a
party or
mini,
something.
little body and soul.
And that was
going
only
on.
at 6 o'clock we were leaving there, and it was like
getting rid. Oh, it was tunes and all.
oh, tunes a lot.
But that's fair, yeah.
I was like,
Parks are
am I
different
too old to
beasts.
go in there?
Would you top off? I don't think so. A wood session? You can still get a wood session in you.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Sorry. Just
I would
what
love
you
a
do-
wood session, but obviously age appropriate wood session.
Yeah, you'd put the kids in the car. Just back in a minute.
Yeah.
Back in
He
like
was
4
never
hours.
seen again.
Yeah, exactly. Woo! All right, guys. Yeah, the park's a different beast at different hours. It's funny. If you get up for a walk at like 8 or 9 in the morning, it's all just people with dogs and people jogging, no one around. And then kids hit the park around 11, 12 p.m. Then
After lunch,
teenagers
it
in the
got crazy.
afternoon. Yeah, it's a sunny weekend day. It's that thing in Ireland when people know it's going to be sunny tomorrow. People start making plans.
Yeah.
People start getting out there.
I know they were saying the beach was heaving by 10 o'clock
Oh,
on
people-
yesterday.
Well, I saw traffic on Saturday. That South Motorway M50 going down towards Wicklow and stuff. And I was heading the other way, but at about 2 p.m. maybe on was it Friday or Saturday? It was like stop. No, Saturday because I was surprised there was traffic. It was like stop dead.
Yeah.
Full traffic, like crazy, like
British Bay,
summer
yo.
heat wave kind of thing. Everyone's
Yeah.
had the same idea. Let's go.
Yeah. No, you got to be leaving at 7 in the morning if you want to get in traffic for that stuff.
Camping
man.
it the night before.
Just get there early.
That German thing. Remember, these always like the Germans for doing that. What English people did with their holidays
Putting
in
out
Spain.
the towels
Yeah,
on the
like
loungers.
claiming the best spot early in the morning and then leaving, going back to get your breakfast and stuff.
Sensible.
Oh, it's very you can say that about the Germans. They're sensible.
Yeah, they
sometimes
got it.
too sensible.
Oh, yeah.
If they're
Very
engaged,
organised.
very organised,
sensible.
very good at getting things done.
And,
no matter
efficient.
what. Very efficient. Efficiency is.
Yeah, it's got to put the towels out.
I got to get
in the morning.
Hey, there's no rule saying I can't leave my towel here and go away and come back again. It's my space, yeah.
I put this here. I go get my schnitzels.
Yeah, maybe
and
you'll-
I'll be back.
Maybe English drink less beer in the evening, huh? You get too much beer. They always say that. Too much beer in the sun. You sleep in so long. It's not my problem, okay?
Yeah.
But
Oh, holidays. You remember them?
no.
So long ago. What was the last holiday you were on?
I left the country on.
Yeah.
I think it might have been
Proper
Malta.
on a
I went
flight.
to Malta.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I was in Malta before.
Rocky
Was it?
Island in the sea.
Lovely
it
spot,
was.
isn't it?
It is beautiful. It's a good size. Like a little comedy.
Just
good
2
holiday
hours.
trip.
You
Yeah.
can go around the whole thing.
You can drive around, yeah, rent a little like go car almost, and just you can go and see everything. You feel like you're on a little thing. Very good.
It's got nice little, like, old school.
It's
you
got
know,
a bit of everything. It's one of those weird places where it seems to be it's tiny, but it's like been in the middle of like history for so long, where it's like everyone just has continuously like taken them over. So it's stuff with like all the kind of crazy knights and stuff, and like Arabian empires, and then World War II, and then all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We went into like museums for World War II, all these bombing raids, and where they were plotting the invasion of Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's like crazy ancient stuff. We saw Popeye's village.
Yeah,
They
sure.
filmed
They
the-
shoot
Yeah.
so many movies
Shot
there, like
films
crazy
there.
amount of movies.
But they had a thing, we didn't go into it, but it's like they made an old film of Popeye with Robin Williams years
Yeah.
ago. In like the 70s, Robert Altman directed. But they built this whole like kind of cartoon looking village, like big full size wooden things.
Amazing.
And then they just left it there. I think they offered it to them, so it's run like a little theme park now.
Class.
You can go, rather than paying into it, you can just go, the road comes around this cliff and you're looking down all the way over it and you can kind of see it all. And that's a tourist site. Popeye's Village.
Yeah.
On the things to do list.
I'd go see it.
Hey, well, you should.
We just did a tour with a taxi man.
Oh, really?
He said, the taxi man who brought us to our hotel was like, I'll give you a tour for 4 hours or so on whatever day it was. And we were like,
Amazing.
all right.
That'll do.
So
Yeah.
he just brought us around the whole island, showing us all the cool spots, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but there was good scuba there.
Oh yeah, good scuba.
Yeah, scuba.
Did you do scubaing?
I did.
Where's or Gozo?
No.
Is that the other mini island?
Yeah, the other island. That's a great day
Yeah.
trip as well.
Yeah.
We went out there as well. It's just cool. It's like
It is.
really
It's got a
great
lot of nice
spot.
things.
Anybody who's thinking about going holidaying,
Check out Malta.
check out Malta.
They're
It's
on the
pretty
euro
cool.
now as well. I think it makes it easier.
Oh, are they?
I think they were when we were there. It was
They
a little,
weren't. There was a different currency. I can't remember what it was called.
They
now,
seem
but-
to be deep into the EU now. There was a lot of stuff going on where they're like roadworks. Do you remember the way it was here? They're like, quick, let's get some of that sweet EU money and build some roads and stuff. So they're building little mini motorways and things.
Yeah, they had those real cool old school buses when I was there. Like
The
really,
little-
like
Yeah, the
yellow
kind of little
ones,
Italian
yeah,
like
yeah,
60s
yeah.
kind of things. Everyone's just piling on. No,
Great
we rented
spot.
a car. It is very good. Although we got there and it was like late at night and we'd rented a car and we got it and then the GPS wasn't working and the place we were staying was like the other side of the island. But it was dark and then it just was one of these torrential rainstorms like something out of Jurassic Park or something. So it was pretty hilarious. When you're just driving along and you don't know where you're going and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
wee, wee, wee. It's like and there's no one on the roads because it's so small. So you're like, where are we going? Is this the right way? I don't know. I'm trying to look at a little guidebook and stuff. But no, excellent. Yeah, when was the last holiday you were on?
I can't even remember, man. It was before the
Didn't
kids.
go away that much. Oh, really? Well, that's a while.
Yeah, because since we had the kids, it's just been like staycations. So kind of Wexford sort of
Better,
area,
though.
you know.
You're better.
And then I wouldn't be going anywhere with a newborn. or
No,
like,
it's
you don't
not
want to-
fair in anyone. It's
I
like,
couldn't.
Everyone hates you. This thing of people like bringing babies to like Rome and stuff. Or like we brought our baby to Lisbon and we went
I don't know
to
how you
around
do
all the
that, man.
sites.
The
You're like,
things that you need for when you have
I
a
know.
baby, you need the bottles, the nappies, the like water that won't make them like
just
you know you can't
feel
even
more. Yeah.
drink the water over there unless
Yeah,
it's boiled,
yeah.
like you know, and it's
Just
just
do anything. It's just so
hassle.
boring. The baby's crying all the time, and it's like, why
Oh.
are we being moved all the time?
You're basically, somebody said it to me the other day, you're basically just bringing all your troubles. Making it harder on yourself by lifting them up and bringing them somewhere
Bring them
really
around.
hot.
Yeah, really
And, like-
hot. And on a plane, like the ears popping and stuff like that, they
Oh,
just scream all the
nightmare.
way. Yeah.
Nightmare.
The plane with a baby just screaming continuously all the way along. You're like, unless you had to travel for like some reason, you've done this to yourself and all
Oh,
of
look.
us.
I'm sure there's people out there who've had good holidays with their babies.
Maybe.
I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it. You have to
All
wait
my
till they're,
babies have been nightmares.
they happen. They're vocal. Well, I don't know. You know, I'm just going off what you tell, and it seems to be the worst thing.
And when
you've
I
ever
do
done.
get a chance, I think so. Probably the last one was probably the baby moon that I went on with
What's
Grace. It's like you go on a holiday before the baby comes.
Oh, really?
basically. It's called
Just
a baby
while you're
moon.
pregnant. They have a name for everything now. don't they?
Yeah. So you have to do it before the 30 weeks or whatever because you're not really going on flights.
Oh, you
and all
actually
that
flew,
sort of
did
stuff.
you?
Yeah, I went to Lanzo.
Oh, Lanzo. Lanzo. Yeah, in the sun.
It was amazing. It was basically Grace just sat there for a week watching me getting shit faced.
In like 30-degree heat
Yeah.
or something, like sweating.
It was amazing though. Lanzarote is a
It
class
sounds pretty
place
good
as well.
for you.
It's a good spot for renting a car as well. Just drive around.
Is
They've
that
got
the one-
cool volcanoes there?
Yeah, I was going to say, is that the
Yeah.
one that has the crazy...
I think it's what oh, I can't even
Is that the
remember.
name of the volcano?
Tifamea or something like that.
Pompeii. They always have cool names.
And
Because that's one of the
but it's
Canaries.
just a cool little
Is it all
strip
black
you could walk
rock
along
and stuff like that, or like
Yeah.
it looks like Mars kind of, or like a crazy space place?
in places.
Yeah.
Yes.
In other places,
Um,
it's a beach.
Yeah, but it was mostly just chilling by a pool or on a beach.
Yeah.
Or just drinking cocktails somewhere.
See, I don't
Just
get
getting
them.
nice
I
meals.
just get restless in the sun. I can't lie that much.
You can
in the
get a
sun.
full Irish for €2 over there, man.
This is the crazy thing people go to. Do you wanna-
€2.
But I don't want to eat a full Irish.
I ate a
in
full Irish every day I was
the,
there.
yeah, in the sweat and sunshine
Oh,
in the
yeah.
morning. Like, yeah.
Amazing.
I wonder what they must think. They're like, these fuckers want to come here and eat rashers and eggs and sausages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and cups of tea.
For €2.
We're so
Costs
cheap.
€2 for a packet of sausages here,
It
man.
does, it does. They have a better cost of living. But
Amazing.
They are on tiny weird islands off the coast of Africa. It's so far away, those ones. Just
Actually, it was a bit of a flight, like, Jesus, about 4 hours.
You look
or
at the map,
something
you're like, oh, you
that.
think it's off the coast of Spain, but it's right down off Africa, kind of. And does the volcano ever erupt? Did you see there's a volcano?
No, it doesn't know,
erupted?
but you can go there. The cooked steaks and stuff
really?
over the steam on some of the
Nice.
the geysers or the
Yeah,
geysers
yeah, yeah.
or whatever you call
They've
them.
got that bubbling water and stuff.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
they?
yeah, yeah.
like Iceland.
It's definitely it's a good spot. Another great spot. I'd recommend Lanzo.
Dying to go.
Mad to go on holidays, but sure, I won't be going again now for another few years. But
how old
when
do
we
kids
do,
have to be to bring them?
4 at least.
That's where it's your cut-off point.
Like if I wasn't having another child now, I'd be bringing my kids away.
So you're another 4 years now.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah.
Summer holidays.
Yeah.
See,
and when we go, we'll be one of those parks that just has everything in it.
Yeah, you're seeing the appeal of these things now. Like, that they
big time. Stay in like a mobile home and just have your pool there, your restaurant, a bar,
a mobile home
like,
in the sun. Where is this?
Yeah, man.
In Spain or something?
We did one in France before.
Oh, the like camping
when we were younger.
Stuff.
Yeah. And just stay in a nice mobile and just or a little apartment, whatever. It just has everything there.
Side of the road in a car or whatever. Yeah.
Whatever, man. Whatever. You can sleep outside.
You can, exactly.
In the hot sun.
In a bush, under a bush. You can tent. Did you ever go camping? Those days, bring everything in your car, drive down.
Oh, I did when I was younger. I don't think I'd be able for it with my kids, man. Like I'll do maybe if I bring one of them along or something. I'll go, right, a bit of father-son time. Yeah, me and you we're going camping.
You're old enough to like be quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're old enough to have your own thoughts.
Just please go to sleep. Please go to sleep, so Daddy.
You see those things from the other side now. When as a kid, you're like, oh well, it's all right. I'm not enjoying this, but it must have been a nightmare to bring those little kids away as a parent and stuff like that. Just be like, this is so annoying.
Hard work.
And can't relax.
See, I've only ever been used to getting my auntie's gaff down in Wexford, so that's like the comfort of all comforts.
Connections.
Has running water. Has like
the comfort of all comforts.
You know, has a telly, has whatever,
a door,
has internet.
Does it have a door? Has the internet? Okay, it's
has a door. Has windows, and it's close to the beach.
There you go.
So like that, and it's and right beside a chipper and a pub. And
you basically want to go somewhere in the sun, but just literally have everything.
Yeah, right beside me.
That you want from here as well. You want chips, a pub, a full Irish,
for €2, man.
a shed, a running water with shed, €2. Okay, it's a good deal.
No,
you don't want to go and like eat some like exotic food or go traveling, hiking down a thing or.
Well, not when I have the 3 kids with me.
Yeah, like to go hiking in a ravine or something.
Maybe if I could go on a weekend away by myself with the missus.
You should bring the 3 kids. You go on like a backpacking tour of South America or something like that for 6 months. Just on little buses and things. Get them on.
What's they call that? They get that sickness.
Backpack, sleeping sickness. Maybe you might get that one. You're trying to get them.
They'll be on Irish time, trying to get adjusted to the
altitude.
The altitude sickness. That's it. What? Oh man. Could you imagine that?
And my ears are bleeding. It's alright, you're alright. Come on, pick up your bag. Let's go.
Just power through it, son. Come on.
We gotta get on top of this bus. Get on top. No, on top. Hold your bags. We're going on this for 16 hours. Go on. Here's a little tiny bit of fruit.
Yeah.
Or a rat in a stick or something. A guinea pig in a stick.
Some people are amazing for that stuff. I say hats off to people who can bring their kids on holidays like that. Even bringing their kids to festivals.
Well, that's... I think
when I used to go to Leche Picnic and see people walking around with their babies.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Like, how are you doing that? Why are you
just falling around going, did I just see a baby? Like, it's a freak out thing. Did I see a baby wearing headphones? Was that what just walked by? You're like, what time is it? It's like 10 o'clock at night. Go home.
Yeah.
It's the hipster parents who want to still be cool. They just don't want to change their life. You're like, you have to change your life. You're doing the right thing. You have to accept that your life is now.
Hats off to them.
You're a dad.
But like, I wouldn't be able for it. I wouldn't be able.
Good reason. No one else is able for other people's kids anyway. You're doing it. That's why people have playgrounds and family holidays and parks and stuff.
Yeah.
You put them all together.
So those to look forward to
exactly.
for the next while.
It's going to be good.
And then when they're old enough, we'll all go take a big trip to, I don't know, Disneyland or something like
Grand
that.
Canyon.
Like as a big treat.
Yeah. Where in America or Disney
we'll
Disney?
Set that up and we'll threaten them with that for like 4 years before we go.
Hang it over their head.
If you don't behave yourself, you won't be going to Disneyland in 4 years' time, okay?
Do you want to go to Disneyland? Just scream all the time.
That's it.
5 years
It's just
away.
one threat after another.
Just get a big chart and have like 1 step forward, 2 steps back thing, and you just see when you get to the other side of the chart, we can go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And every time they fail, you go do 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 do.
Back to the start.
Yeah, start the top. You're going all the way
you don't
back.
go just 1 step back. You go back to the start.
It's like an old video game.
Step out of line.
You got 3 lives, and then you're like start again. Get them really frustrated.
Yeah.
It's good. Teach them some
We've
lessons.
all that stuff to look forward to.
Would you go Disneyland Paris? Would you cheap?
No. You'd have to
Florida,
go.
California.
Yeah.
I've never been to any of them.
I went to Disneyland Paris in February, and it was the coldest I've ever been.
I think I went on a school
life.
trip or something like that, and it was like off season and nothing was open. Yeah, some of the roller coasters were closed. I remember being in one thing, and I was surprised, even though it shouldn't be, but there was like a haunted house bit, and you were sitting in a big room, and then the thing sort of was like a lift, so the floor started sinking, but it looked like the room was like stretching up and stuff like that. And it was this big spooky voice and all these sound effects, but it was all in French. So you were like, Je te vends, que tu peux te vendre, c'est Disney boo. And you're like, you know I'm in France, but obviously it's Disney World, and 90% of people coming here aren't French, so
yeah.
At least give us a backing track. Say it once and twice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the ghost was coming around, something. But no, I didn't really love it. I was probably a bit too old though.
Oh, I went when I was in my 20s. Like, you know, it's like myself and Grace went on a weekend away to Paris. Yeah. And did all the touristy bits.
Eiffel Tower,
Arc de Triomphe. We were actually staying right beside the Arc de Triomphe, so walked down the Champs-Elysees, checked out the Louvre, checked out Mona Lisa.
Yeah, lovely. High class.
Loads of croissants. Sac de cour.
Little bit of coffee. Un café.
Oh yeah.
Café lait.
Un café du lait.
Yeah.
Nice. Paris is great. You went on a little boat tour down the Seine.
Oh yeah.
And had a bit of dinner on the Seine.
Very nice.
And but it was Baltic, man.
Oh really?
Like, don't go in February. It was like brass monkeys. When we were up on the fucking Eiffel Tower, we literally were up there for 5 minutes. It's like we have to get
wind cutting through.
We got down and got a nice crepe then and warmed up with a coffee. Like, but it was
€85, please. And you're like, oh god.
Yeah, okay. It's expensive.
Killing me with these.
But we were lucky enough. A friend of ours had an apartment.
You get to
over
stay
there,
somewhere.
So
that's the ticket, right? A little garret, a little attic apartment.
Savile class, man. Like tiny, no bigger than this room, I'd say, and it had everything in it.
Just a little perfect function.
Tiny.
That's all you need, a little home base. But yeah, the wind. It's that inland thing again, where they get the super hot summers and super cold winters.
Super cold.
And we don't get either. We just get a little damp everything.
But Paris I'd recommend as well. That's
Paris is
cool spot, man.
You just could put
Paris. I don't know if there's any place that I've been that I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, you're pretty good with enjoying things. Just could put Paris on the map, Graeme. If you finally recommend it.
I think it's already on there, man. It's pretty popular.
It could be a good tourist destination. They're going to see a massive uptick now.
Me just walking around Paris with me top off.
Any full Irish lads?
You can't get full Irish. You can't get full Irish in Paris.
You can't, that's one thing you can't get. €2. You get it all separately.
No, it's your croissant or your pastry and your coffee.
Your continental breakfast. Yeah,
your fruit and your pancakes or something.
All that stupid shit.
Stupid shit, man. Not a bit of pudding to be found at all. Anyway,
too many rashers. The rashers don't taste the same. They're all different.
Tea. They give you bacon.
Tea. Do you just say things louder? Do you know they don't understand in the different language? Just keep saying a bit louder.
Tea.
No, tea. Tea. No, not tea. You're being a little breakfast tea, a little black one or something. Useless.
Yeah.
But the volcano thing, that's funny. You see there's an actual volcano going off somewhere.
Is
Congo.
It's not going to send over a cloud somewhere and
ground all the flights. No, it's just more like a terrible thing for everyone around it.
Is there villages nearby?
Yeah, it's like a proper disaster movie thing. It's like proper rolling lava somewhere in the Congo because they don't have enough going on. They need.
Did it have a pyroclastic cloud?
I don't think so. I remember that from Dante's Peak also. That's the dangerous one that sweeps down.
Pompeii.
Isn't it? Burns everything. Is that what got them on Pompeii?
Yeah, there's a plug basically of just solid rock, and then when it erupts, it sends all that flying up into the sky, and then it just comes crashing down.
And it races down
all sides. That's what took Pompeii over, and that's why everybody was just frozen in time.
Oh, wow. So
because they're just incinerated.
Burning as soon as cloud. They're kind of like, oh no, I think it's a pyro.
Yeah,
frozen for eternity. They're still finding stuff in there. Yeah, exactly. I hope I'm not frozen like this for what would be the worst thing to get frozen for in eternity for that you were caught doing?
You said something really bad. I'm not going to say that.
Okay. What's the second worst thing?
Has to be doing something like
doing a poo.
Going to the toilet.
Just being like, I wonder if there's a guy just going, What you say?
Or maybe like peeping on somebody.
Yeah,
just somebody's on the toilet and you're on the window peeping in. You get caught doing something like that.
Yeah. some archaeologists dusting it off.
Yeah,
going, years later.
No. Oh no!
What the hell is this guy doing?
Oh God, no!
Yeah,
no. Let's just pretend we never found this one.
Exactly. Just knock it over.
Just sweep it under the carpet.
You literally turn him into dust and sweep him away, or just move him. Just pick him up off the toilet. Let's put him on the bed.
But the one.
Blown away, technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
Oh my God, first time ever.
Too hot for TV. Our Pompeii skit was just burning up the screen, Graeme. The computer just frizzed out and was like, I don't know if I can handle this, guys. I don't know if I can record this. So we missed our groove. Sorry about that. Hopefully it won't happen again.
Oh, good, man.
This will be edited seamlessly, though, at the time. So
these are the sort of things that people need to know. This is like,
they're
when you're
hard
trying
work
to record
reality.
a top-notch podcast. These are the sort of things that can happen.
This is
you got to roll with the punches.
Just walking this tightrope continuously. You don't know that your high-tech equipment could just break at any moment. You're relying on this.
This is real high-tech. This is a computer that you built yourself.
Well, that's probably why it's going wrong. That's probably why it's not working very well.
Well, there is one of the reasons. We found it. We found the problem.
I think we found the problem.
The issue was you, Joe.
Literally.
And your computer building skills.
Yeah, but probably literally. It's a USB port. It's not reading things and stuff. So, yeah. It's made by Joe Burke is not exactly a sticker you want on. It's not really a sign of quality. No one's going to be like, oh, I bet this will definitely work.
I mean, it looks good.
It does look good, and it
has worked.
Mostly functions, but who knows? Like Pompeii itself, it could be on severely borrowed time.
Yeah.
You don't know when it's just going to freeze forever.
It's just a pyroclastic cloud waiting to happen.
Freezing forever in eternity in a compromising position. Yeah. But that is funny. I wonder if archaeologists have ever had to dust off some guy doing poo and then gone, oh, I don't want this to be my big discovery. Yeah, and they're like, this is that. Put him on the bed. Let's put him on the bed and say he was tying his shoe or something. Yeah, put him sideways, a little bit down. But no, I don't think that's happening to the poor people in the Congo. But it looks crazy. Just evacuating villages.
Sometimes when you see the volcanoes sometimes going off and it's just these really slow moving bits of lava and there's people's homes just like, and then they're going, we can't, there's nothing we can do to stop this, and it's just rolling so slowly towards their house, and then within like minutes their house is just gone,
just on fire,
everything that they owned. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it looks like more like one of those, unfortunately, just evacuating villages and stuff, and just like glowing red lava in the dark just coming down a hill really slowly.
Disaster.
It's that thing of just living near
building near volcanoes is a big no. I doubt they're covered in insurance as well.
Well, they'll never get it again.
No, exactly. Yeah, like those people in Dundrum.
Yeah, exactly.
When everything got flooded from the river.
The Titanic.
Natural disasters.
Well, there was a huge thing. Apparently, people used to build beside volcanoes because all the soil is really fertile after.
Okay.
It erupts and goes. All the ash makes it really good growing stuff. So people used to do it. And then we're on a different time scale. Like these things mightn't happen for like 500 years, and all of a sudden it just explodes. Yeah, it's like California and stuff. California, they reckon they're like, oh, one day there'll just be a massive earthquake and we could all die. But oh well. We'll have to see that, like, with San Andreas Fault.
Yeah, it's right there, isn't it?
It goes all the way down the coast.
It gets detached from America.
It'll just rip apart. It's on a different plate or something, tectonic plate.
That's mad as well, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? And
is it mostly California gets the earthquakes, or is it Florida as well, or?
It's mostly the West Coast for earthquakes. I think there's some internal ones as well, but it's where the plates meet or something, isn't it? The edges where it's like friction. They just slip all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Or a volcano is like a hole in the thing where new stuff comes up. Yeah, Iceland's got volcanoes. It could just happen. It's life. But that's why Ireland's not so bad. We're pretty good for like natural disasters.
We get nothing.
We have nothing going on.
No natural disasters. No kind of animals that are going to kill you.
No, we got rid of all them. We used to have a few bears and lions, or wolves. Not lions, bears and wolves.
Oh, the lions. I was glad we got rid of those. Those Irish lions were real.
The Connemara cougars, they're lethal, picking off sheep and farmers on the way down.
How did we get rid of the wolves and the bears? What did we?
Yeah, we didn't do it. Like back in old hunters back in the day, English hunters. I know, it's terrible. Just it was used to have Irish elk and stuff like that. They were massive, and wolfhounds, Irish wolfhounds. That's why they had those. Yeah, like what Cullen killed, wasn't it? He killed.
Knocked the schlitter down the back of his throat.
Back of his throat, and then he had to be the dog. That was terrible. He was like, damn it. Shouldn't have done. That's why it's called Hugh Hullen, isn't it? The Hound of Hullen.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we had loads of wolves. That was that Wolfwalker film that was kind of based on that.
Okay.
That was like 1800, so it wasn't that long ago. Sure, there was people talking about trying to reintroduce wolves here as like a.
No.
But apparently, I don't think we've got the space. But they did a
After
thing.
it's working so hard to shoot them all, well, just gonna introduce a wolf back into Ireland. That's like introducing cane toads into fucking Australia.
I know.
They'll just take over and eat all our lovely animals that we have
the wolves here. Well, there's too many. Yeah, there's not enough space because there's apparently this weird naturalist thing where if you actually introduce a top predator, it helps the environment or something like that because they keep because they did something, and obviously it's exactly what we don't have. They introduce wolves into like Yellowstone National Park in America,
right?
And they do this like time lapse thing over the course of a few years, and then they're like eating elk or caribou or deer or something like that, so they're keeping their population down. So that they're eating less grass, so things grow more.
Okay.
And soil gets better and richer, and then the river comes back a certain way, or like all these weird knock-on effects that has a big thing. But I don't think you can do that in like Meath or something. Just have a pack of wolves.
No, man. I mean, even the foxes are finding their way out into the streets of the city.
The foxes are.
Imagine the wolves just walking down South William Street.
Just go. Everyone would be like, "It's not so cute." No. Farmers just shoot them. The farmers here kill everything anyway, don't they? They poison all the birds and stuff. They eagles and things and shoot everything else. But it depends where you are. Like foxes in Australia were pests. I remember being there and they were like paying people to kill foxes as much as possible because they don't. They're not native again, so they just run rampant and they just destroy the place.
They just kept introducing things.
Yeah, they're having a mice plague
ecosystems.
Now. See the mice plague?
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
man,
like
that's a serious amount of mice.
Just like as a carpet of mice just running across because they're just eating all the big fields of grain or something.
Oh man!
So they just breed so quickly that they're just in giant fields going, quick, nom 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 nom, have 10 babies, quick, nom 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 nom, quick, have 10 babies with those babies.
It's a disaster.
It's an absolute freak.
How do you stop that?
I don't know, flamethrower or something.
Yeah. Flamethrower to the max. Yeah. Just put a big wheel of cheese in the middle of a field and they'll all congregate towards it and then just
get a big mouse trap. What's that? The big game. What was it? Mouse trap?
Yeah.
A big cage just goes around them and they all just run straight back out to the bars. No. Damn it. I don't know how you do it because you're trying to protect the crops, but yeah. That's what they get into Australia. They're just going to introduce like 1 million cats and they'll be like, oh no, now the cats are killing everything.
Yeah.
The cats are killing all the koalas. Oh no. Bloody koalas.
You can't win.
You can't.
Because they brought in the cane toad to get rid of the cane beetle. And now the cane toad is the big disaster over there.
It just keeps going.
What is it about the ecosystem over there? If you introduce anything, it just takes over.
Because apparently it broke off like a long time ago. That's why all Australian animals are a bit weird because it got separated off as a separate island like a long time ago, so it kind of everything's evolved slightly differently, so it's all good at each other. Well, like everything can kill you as well, everything's very poisonous and stuff, but for some reason certain animals, I don't know, they must move a bit quicker or a bit slower or something like that.
Yeah,
if something doesn't eat you, you're pretty much do whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah,
so then cane toads are gross and hard and weird, aren't they? Like nothing.
They're so hard to kill as well.
Well, there you go. They're just real tough little fat things.
Yeah.
They're real slow.
They were everywhere.
Up around the country. When I was in kind of northwestern Australia, you reach a point and they have this big like fence they're putting like down the country to try and protect West Australia.
Okay.
They still haven't gotten them yet.
Right.
But they're on this like incredibly, they show the map when they were introducing the East Coast to like 18 whatever, and they've slowly just like hopped their way across Australia at like 2 miles an hour. They're just spreading out because they're in the desert and stuff, and they just,
because it is hard to get across Australia, even in a fucking car, man, or
even with the foot
camper
down.
van. It is just like you drive it for a day and you've got an inch on the map. Like it's crazy.
I remember getting that train. We had a train called the GAN, and it went from Adelaide up to Alice Springs in the middle, and then on the way up to Darwin. It was just big 24 hours to each stop, and you were going through and just sitting looking at the window, kind of going towards Alice Springs, and it was just like empty red, nothing, and not even a tree or a hill, and you would just stare at that for like 3 hours and nothing would change. You're like, there's nothing here. This is absolutely empty. You have a huge country, but a good 70% of it seems to be
to have
completely
your jerry cans filled with
water
petrol as well, or you'd never make it to the next petrol station, like, you know.
Proper, like, old Western.
I remember staying in a campsite as well before, and you turn up and it's like, beware the brown snakes. And it's like, oh my God.
Check out your boots for scorpions and stuff. You're like, what?
No way.
Stuff can actually kill you here?
Scary, man.
Yeah. But there was a big thing that used to happen to loads of guys. There was this myth, apparently, when all the first settlers and explorers were going, that they hadn't really mapped it, and there was this myth they all believed in called of the inland sea. They were all convinced there was just something in the middle.
Okay.
Because they're like, there has to be something. You get there and stuff like that, and there wasn't, obviously. So guys would just head out on like horses and camels and stuff and go and like thinking it was like America where you were going to hit like
something
nicer or something different. It was like no. So there's loads of wild camels apparently in America now that were introduced.
Okay.
Or in Australia. Because the guys didn't make it, but all the camels were like, it's not so bad. We can handle it. He's dead, but you know, oh well. We're going to just shuffle around.
Yeah, it's mad, man. It's man.
Yeah, snakes. We were seeing a little snake in Australia. It was when I was working in Broome. Walking along, it was a little kind of resort place, and walking along the path just for working the day. And out of the corner of my eye, kind of peripherally, I just thought it was a little stick on the ground. Do you know, you're not really looking at something, and as I got close and walked by it, it moved in the corner of my eye, and I went, oh, and it went, ah. It was only a tiny little thing, like a shoelace almost.
Yeah.
And I just looked at it, and it looked at me and went, ah, and I just went, ah, and it just went like that off into the bush, and I was like, oh my God.
You did your scary snake dance.
But Joey, you just literally are like, what is that? And it just got frightened of me because I hadn't seen me walk up.
Saw a few snakes in America two-step thing when we were in San Diego.
Oh, really? Just wild ones. See, that's the thing, just out and about.
Yeah.
Where did you see them in San Diego? I never
just
saw
them.
Just
like walking back from the 7-Eleven or something like that, just on the footpath, you know.
Jesus.
Yeah, going into the bushes. So for that, yeah, snakes are, not things you want to see.
They look
out
like
just
dangerous.
walking around.
No,
like,
you don't want to see just go into a bush and you're like, oh, that's just out there somewhere. I gotta. Next time I run in to chase a ball or something, do you just do that stuff so casually here? You're like in the long grass going, yeah. Everyone's like, get out of the grass. What? I can't hear you. I'm looking for the ball. I've seen a skunk as well in California.
Oh yeah,
they're huge.
Oh yeah,
they're real weird looking because they're just like
shoot a smelliness.
No, because apparently it's lethal. But they're real grumpy. They're just like they kind of rustle around. They're like badgers. You know that kind of real big size thing. They're kind of miserable and kind of. They don't move if you come across them. They kind of want you to leave. But yeah. Apparently they're amazing at squirting the shit at you as well.
Good aim.
And they've got two little glands in their bum. That's what it comes out of, but it's almost like a little cannon. They can like move them around and like fight, like angle it.
Proper aim.
Literally, like get you like
out their bum.
Yeah. Like,
they're just looking behind themselves.
Yeah, there's like
to see where you are. It's amazing.
It's if you come up on them. It's like the porcupine thing. But apparently the smell is atrocious. It literally is the worst thing in the world, and you can't get it off you. Apparently it's tomato juice or something is the only thing that works. That's like a little bit.
Okay.
You literally like be washing yourself for like
with tomato juice
5 times. If you just wash yourself with soap and water, like it doesn't come off. Whatever it is, it's just some like absolutely repellent. It's like mace, animal mace, but instead of burning, it just stinks. It just smells.
That's
really
amazing.
Bad. It's a weird defense mechanism to evolve, isn't it? To be like, here, I'm gonna make you stink if you come near me. And everyone's like, that's a weird one. Okay, I guess I won't eat you then. Yeah. Squirt you in the face.
I wonder what would you eat a skunk if you had to?
If you had to. Would the fine have to? You probably would. Yeah. You try and get near it.
Do you think if it wasn't for their smelliness, there'd be skunk on the menu somewhere?
That they'd be delicious. I don't know about that because they're kind of wiry looking little things. Kind of fluffy. You'd eat anything if you had to, though. I'm sure someone's eating a skunk.
Bear Grylls
is definitely. Here we are now, coming down from the helicopter. All I can eat is a skunk.
He stank me. He stank me, but it's okay.
I
found these tomatoes. I'll just cover myself in tomatoes.
Everyone's like, why don't you just eat the tomatoes there? And the skunk, and I was like, well, that's not the way I operate. I have to piss in a cup and wash my hair in it. And I'm going to put my boots on my hands and do a handstand while I walk along the edge of the cliff. And like, you seem to be making this harder than it has to be, Bears. No. This is just the way.
That's some way to make a living, man. Just
really is.
Go to all these crazy places And just the funny thing is that there's always a cameraman there beside him doing all the things
the
he's
same,
doing.
like backwards, hanging off the thing.
With a big massive camera on his back.
They must have it set up or something like that. Yeah, he's just like, well, that was like that Ginger Rogers joke about her and Fred Astaire, where he was like always credited as being the best dancer in the world. She was like, I had to do everything he did, but backwards and in high heels. So the cameraman's like going the opposite way while videoing it, while not getting to use his hands.
Amazing.
Surviving. Or his celebrity stuff. There was one with Danny Trejo he was doing. I don't know how he got on. Do you remember the guy from... big like Trejo. Mexican guy, real tough looking guy from
the guy from that movie with the repeats itself
and stuff. And oh, really? Which one
was that? Not him.
Danny
repeats no, itself. I know who you're talking about now.
Who are you thinking of?
The other guy. What was that movie we watched where it repeated itself? He kept on waking up in the morning and somebody was trying to kill him.
The boss level thing.
Yeah.
What's his name? His name is Frank
Grillo.
Yeah.
Sorry, not Danny Trejo. I was way off. Samsonite. I was way off.
I don't know at the end. Yeah, kind of not dissimilar. But
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. It's funny, Bear Grylls teaming up with people like that.
Desperado.
Machete. He's like, I come to kill this skunk with my machete. And Bear's like, no, Danny. You gotta rappel down the helicopter first. He's like, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to rappelling down helicopters. Normally I just kill people. But yeah. Did you watch anything good this week, Graeme?
I did, man. I didn't do my homework now. I was supposed to watch Vivarium, but I ended up getting stuck into Mayor of Easttown.
It's the hot new show everyone's into.
Hot new show with Kate Winslet.
And it's doing an accent, I believe. She's doing some acting in an accent. Yeah.
She's good.
She's doing the
She's
murder mystery.
She's brought her A game, man. They've made her like Amy Adams in that other movie. Like they've just made her look like haggard. You know.
But is it just this movie star haggard?
Just like looking wrecked.
It's just her age, probably. Well, it's just she has a ponytail and she doesn't wear makeup and.
They just have her in frumpy clothes all the time.
I know.
You know that sort of.
Look at me! And
like
I'm just doing
tracksuit with a. She just doesn't look great in it.
That's what most women wear all the time.
Yeah. But all loose fitting sort of stuff and kind of. Like she's brilliant in it. Jeez, she's class. Like,
well, that was that old thing where like
it's engrossing.
It is good.
Yeah,
good mystery.
I'd recommend Mayor of Easttown. We didn't get it. The last episode is out this week.
Okay, good.
So we were blitzing the episodes before, and
it's up week to week when you gotta wait.
Yeah.
It's best to hang on. But it used to be the big thing where they make. She's a glamorous actress, but look at her. She's wearing dowdy clothes and no makeup. She must be doing really good acting. Do you know what I mean? It's always they had to get ugly to win awards, and they were still quite good looking. It was just normal.
Like Charlize Theron and Monsters.
Famous Monster.
Was it Monster or Monsters Ball?
I think
she was Halle Berry, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was a big series of monster
movies all over the place.
Used women in films called Monster, winning Oscars. Mayor of Easttown, it was good.
It was very good. And then what else did I watch? I watched R.I.P.D. last night. The Rest in Peace Department.
An absolute stone cold classic.
Oh, classic. I just didn't feel like using my brain at all last night, so it was just like, just chucked on something. I was flicking through Netflix, I was like, here we go.
It's the killer, that's the thing.
So I just picked it and then watched it.
It's hard to choose.
And then I was like, that was grand.
Was it grand?
It wasn't like. I know a lot of people would say it was shit, but I was just. I like Ryan Reynolds, and so I enjoyed all the Men in Black movies. So I think
it's not even
this was
supposed
kind
to be
of
that.
like
It's
that.
kind of like that with dead people. Yeah,
they're just in a department that have dead people that they're chasing.
Yeah,
you know, rather than aliens.
Juicy kind of thing. Yeah.
So it was grand. I wouldn't go like. There's a reason why there wasn't a second one.
It filled a hole. It plugged it.
Exactly.
Served a need.
And it was only an hour and a half. And after the long day in the sun, of just like baking, drinking my IPAs in the garden, and I was like, I just want something easy.
Something easy. Entertainment. It doesn't have to be. Don't have to be doing a degree.
Good special effects in it.
Yeah, let's have a little adventure. A few action scenes.
Lasers.
Yeah, lasers. Yeah. Guns. A few weapons.
Guns like ghost guns.
Big like poof, like Ghostbusters kind of thing.
Not quite. Stuff. Just like like
Men in Black again, where they're all doing different things.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's the thing about Netflix though, because you just don't know what to pick. So that's what I was saying to you. I was doing that little Twitter thing. I'm trying to do that of just putting up films that you would enjoy when you're stuck trying to pick something to watch.
Like I was going to watch
this is a guarantee.
The Elton John one, and I was like,
I know,
not feeling that one now. No, I was going to watch the one called I Am All Girls.
Okay.
That was on. I didn't know anything about it, and I was just there going, this looks alright. But it was, again, I just watched Mayor of Easttown the last few days.
There's a lot of murder. It's a bit heavy, yeah. Because I watched a film, and it was called The Dry. It was very good as well. It was with Eric Bana. It's an Australian film.
Okay.
And it's just a film, but it's kind of like, I'd say, The Mayor of Easttown. It's something that you could easily see be some like streaming series. He's like a detective going back to the town he grew up in, some rural Australian village where some old friend of his is like suicided his family or something like that. The usual, as we're saying, all the stuff that's like, it seems to be upping.
Heavy.
It's so heavy.
So heavy.
And then he has some secret from back when he was a boy, some girl died and everyone's suspicious of him, but then he starts investigating the death where it may not have been murder-suicide, maybe someone else was involved and stuff, and the whole thing goes on. Really good, really well done. But yeah, that tone.
A movie or a show?
It's a movie, but it seems like it's something that would have been a 10-episode show. I'm glad it was just a film.
Yeah.
But yeah, just heavy. We were just saying that after, we were like, God, I need something fun. Why is everything? And the murder of like family seems to be the new thing because they need to say it's really serious. You can't just kill a few women now like they used to. It's always like kids and stuff now. You're like, why do you always have to murder families?
There's a scene in Mayor of Easttown where I was just like, oh no.
Give me.
Oh no!
Yeah, please.
I can't. No, don't let that happen. It's like, don't let that happen. No.
Why am I watching this? Like, let's watch something like R.I.P.D. where everyone's nice and it's fun.
Exactly. Yeah. I needed something like that.
And we did. I think I watched the Blues Brothers after something easy, and that's a bit gritty.
Blues Brothers.
The music
car
and
chases,
fun, exactly.
Kind
Kind of comedy car chases. Although even watching that, I was making the joke. I was like, oh. Stuff that used to be just fun in 80s movies is like almost edgy now because it's just happening. There's a bit where they like drive their car into like a shopping centre, like a shopping mall.
Yeah.
They're flying around and just driving to all the shops and the cops are chasing them. They're smashing everything and everyone's like running out of the way and screaming and you're like, it kind of looks like something that would be done as like you'd read about on the news now or something that like someone driving.
Mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So maybe we're all just anxious messes. We're all just frazzled.
We are, man. We've been made like that by society,
by entertainment and society and the news. So we need some happy fun times shows.
Somebody make a good comedy.
Someone make us laugh, please.
Did we make a movie last year? It's kind of funny.
We did. It's coming out, Graeme. It's on the sound mix. Ken is doing the sound mix as we speak.
Amazing.
I gave it to him. It's out of my hands now. It's all on Ken. The longer Ken delays.
But isn't that a movie that's a comedy about depression?
It's got some tones in there, alright?
Yeah.
It's got a few laughs, but yeah. Look, if you want to be taken seriously, you got to depress people.
That's true.
No one
with comedy.
Exactly. It's the next step because people don't take it seriously. Everyone has too easy lives. They don't take funny things seriously. You got to make it really miserable. This must be good.
We need something we need Will Ferrell just to make an absolute cracker again, you know?
Just to be really silly.
Or maybe we need a new Will Ferrell.
We do.
Need somebody to come through.
Young and hungry.
Yeah, a new Will Ferrell, new Jim Carrey.
Silly.
Somebody along those lines that just makes 5 amazing movies.
Real goofball films, yeah.
Right, crank.
But would it be films or would it be TV shows? Or
Steve Carell or, a Paul Rudd.
Or thing is somebody along those lines. You're one, what's her name?
Oh, Melissa McCarthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's kind of. She has.
No, I enjoy her movies. She's a bit of crack,
a bit hit and miss sometimes, but some of them are very funny. She's the same though. She's just funny and she's very good at
Or your one as well from Saturday Night Live.
Oh God, Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
Exactly. They're good at drawing.
Bridesmaids is probably the best comedy
seen in a good while.
We'd seen in a long time. And they haven't made a good movie like that.
It's been a while. They don't seem to make them the big Hollywood ones anymore. Some guy was saying they just don't want to. But they just don't make enough money off them because they're kind of local. They don't need to put something in the cinema now costs so much money. They just want to do a big CGI effects thing because they can put it all over the world. Whereas comedy doesn't really translate to non-English speaking countries. Make some good comedy. Netflix will do. Somewhere else fill the gap. They're mostly doing series now, so you need to go back to the movies.
Yeah.
The movies, the 90-minute movies.
A 40-Year-Old Virgin or what was the other one? Wedding Crashers or something.
There was definitely a time there where they were fucking churning them out.
Old school.
Yeah, old school are pretty funny.
They're all so amazing.
They'll all be like offensive now though or something. I'm sure people
but you
can.
That's why it'd be really hard to make comedy now because you can't say fucking anything.
I know you can't. You're stepping on some toes. Or just make it silly. There must be a way. That's what they always say in stand-up and stuff, that it's better time to be doing it because you just have to be better at it. You know what I mean? Like you have to make the jokes.
Even a Leslie Nielsen kind of thing.
A real silly. Well,
Airplane or Hot Shots.
Yeah, a goofball kind of spoofy
thing.
Well, they say that happens in entertainment sometimes. It might go that way, that people just got so sick. Real life does be depressing enough that you're like, I don't really just want to watch people getting murdered all day long. So maybe I'll watch something fun. There you go. It could be your goofball assignment. I watched another one.
Cut to Crazy Babies.
Yeah, exactly. Just babies running around smashing things.
Yeah. Baby's Day Out, one of the best family movies of all time.
When you say you love those, your favourite films ever, it made me laugh so much.
Good.
It's funny. That's hilarious though, because that has such big actors in it around the baby.
Oh yeah,
like, get the baby! Oh no, he's on a girder. Oh no,
he's in with the gorilla.
Yeah, come on, baby, come on! And then the guy, because it's a thief trying to kidnap him or something.
Yeah, hold him for ransom.
And he just keeps wandering off.
And he just does all the things that were in his book.
Oh, is that what it is? He's following
Baby's Day Out book.
So he's just going around New York City.
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
And who is it? The thieves. So
that wasn't John Hughes or anything like that? Was
I don't think so. It might have been someone who was like a name enough director, because it's really well done. Like it's pretty entertaining for such a silly thing. And while the crooks are kind of getting home alone around them all the time, isn't it? They're like falling off building sites and cement and stuff, and beaten up by gorillas.
It's basically Home Alone, not Christmas, and outdoors.
Is it your man and a tiny baby instead of a kid who knows what he's doing? Is it your man who does the Fat Tony voice? Is he the main crook?
Yeah.
Like, is it him? Yeah. Come on, baby.
And the other guy from Sopranos.
Oh, the guy was in The Matrix and all, is it? Yeah, Joe Pantaniello. I can't remember his name, but yeah, he's in loads of things. He's really good.
Yeah, he's class.
Come on, he's got the.
Oh, I love him in The Matrix as well.
He's really good.
How can he be the one if he's dead?
Yeah,
amazing.
There should be something that should stop me from pulling this plug right now. I don't fucking believe it.
You better believe it. Either way, you're gonna fry. Oh, stop. We could just do quotes from The Matrix all day.
He's the best one because he's that bit of, isn't it? Like, I know this is only code. The computer's telling my brain that this steak is juicy. But in the end, what's the difference? You know, it's a good point.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to be unplugged from The Matrix.
Would you?
That's for sure. No way.
You would hate it if you got pulled out into that shit.
Oh, imagine, man. Eating gruel and stuff like that.
Living underground in like a little tube, just running from robots all day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a terrible existence. But no one wanted to be plugged out of The Matrix. That's what happened with the Matrix films, where they like... I know it's the point of the story to try and rescue it, but it's much more boring, because in the later films they were like spending most of the time in like the real world and less in the Matrix, and then the films got really boring because you're like, the real world it's that kind of classic like post-apocalyptic future where like everyone has dreads and they all like live in mud huts and stuff and they all dance to music, and it's really boring. You're like, this world sucks. Go back to the super martial arts, jumping around and doing all this stuff.
And they're making another Matrix.
I wonder
which will tie it all together.
You think it's going to just sink it all?
Look, I thought they had done that already. You know, the Matrix had been saved.
It had been,
or not the Matrix, the real world. They'd killed all the robots.
They had,
or the Sentinels, or whatever it was.
There's something at the end, or like, what was that joke thing where you meant the architect? Like, the Matrix is a remainder of a division of a subprime thing. You are. Remember the guy who just did?
I didn't understand a single word he said.
And then at the end, it was like, go to this door to save everybody, but go to this door just to save Trinity.
Okay. And he did both in the end, didn't he?
No one knows. I think died.
He was able to put his hand inside her chest and pump
turn
her
heart on or something like that.
Oh,
it stopped making sense
Neo
pretty quickly. Well, that was like at the end of the first movie. He flew away. You're like, oh, he's pretty strong now. I guess they're gonna have to struggle to get him.
You can't beat the one.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with the next one.
Yeah, it will. And is it the lads back? The Wachowski brothers?
Well, they're now the Wachowski sisters.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's alright. It's funny. It's only one of them, though. But yeah, one of them transitioned to being a woman.
Okay.
Years and years ago. But then afterwards, the other brother did as well.
Right.
Which is kind of curious. So I don't know if it's like they went from being Larry and I can't remember, Charles or something like that, to being like Lana and another lady's name. But yeah, so there you go.
Wow. Okay.
So I think only one of them came back anyway, though, because they were doing it as a team for ages. They did all like Speed Racer and Cloud Atlas. They kind of had this diminishing returns on their films where they made like big, beautiful CGI films, and then they kind of got less popular.
Yeah.
They made them called Jupiter's Ascending as well, with like Channing Tatum and Mia, what's her name?
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis, exactly. And then they made some TV show I never watched on Netflix called Sense8 that people liked, but it was very popular.
Okay.
But I don't know.
So they're going back to their
like
roots.
Everyone's going back to what worked, back to the money train.
Yeah.
So the Warner Brothers, so they have.
I watched him once. Keanu Reeves
is back.
Neo, like I'm back. Is Lawrence Fishburne?
No, he's not going back apparently.
Okay.
Which is funny, but they've got a younger guy. They're going to sort of mess around with time or something because they've got a young guy playing him or something. So.
Right.
Who's to say? It's hard. It'd be tricky to do.
I hope they don't Bill and Ted it now.
They might Bill. Did you watch that new Bill and Ted?
No.
They did a thing. It was alright.
Was it?
It was silly. Yeah. But it was kind of.
That's what we were looking for, wasn't it?
Exactly.
A silly movie.
You could watch Bill and Ted and enjoy it. It's very silly. Yeah. That is funny because they're so old and it's Keanu Reeves and stuff. It's hilarious to see him doing Goofy again as well.
Yeah.
But they have a thing in that film. It's like they have daughters, so their daughters like the main characters.
Okay.
And their daughters are like, kind of like them. So it's like two young girls doing almost a Bill and Ted impression. Whoa, what's going on?
No way.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
Like, dude, where's your car?
Yeah, I did. That was kind of the first of all those ones. It was amazing. Or the Bill and Ted Go to Hell.
Oh, but the song in that was unreal. In number 2, Bogus Journey.
Rock and roll to I think that's a famous. That's like a Kiss song or something.
Was it?
Yeah, like a 70s one. It's a big epic. Remember Kiss with the big tongue and the face painted?
Yeah.
That was really good. Yeah, it's a good silly movie, but we'll have to see if Keanu can re-enter the Matrix.
Oh yeah,
without ruining the Matrix. It doesn't really matter.
I'll go watch it.
We'll
I'm looking forward to movies like that.
Are you getting ready? The cinema's going to open again. Yeah. We're going to go back.
Amazing.
Blockbusters.
James Bond. That's the first one I'm going to see.
Although Amazon bought the company that makes them now.
No way.
MGM Studios, something like that.
Okay.
Amazon bought them up.
Amazon just buying up everything.
They really are. So they
don't come knocking on my door looking to buy.
You would love that. You would sell to Amazon in like a heartbeat. You'd be like,
how much definitely? What can you get for it? It'd be cheap enough.
You put him in the worker. If Amazon wanted to buy your house and turn it like a pack implant or something, you'd be like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Can I still live here?
Because man, I walking the Bellegarde Road the other day with my dad on the way to watch United lose the Europa Cup final. What are you going to do?
What were you expecting?
But there's a big Amazon thing now on the Bellegarde Road. Massive, huge. Yeah. It used to be like a Kimberley thing or something.
Oh really? It's
whenever you used to walk by it coming home from school, the smell of all
bacon
the things
little biscuits
baked, man, is amazing. Jacobs.
Oh yeah.
And
getting your Meccano's.
But I was like, geez, the size of that thing, man, it's huge. Didn't realise Amazon were in.
So it's just a big building and it says Amazon on the side.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a
warehouse
server farm?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's not even doing anything.
Mostly computers.
Yeah, it's literally that's where the internet lives, Graeme.
Yeah. It's mad,
selling things.
The size of it.
Apparently they were doing the thing where a friend was slagging them that they were offering because they like building them here because it's kind of a colder country because they get warm, the computers, so they have to like draw the heat away all the time. So they were like offering the excess heat to like the government to use if they wanted.
The excess heat?
Yeah, it was like
how are you going to store that?
Literally giving us the steam off their piss. They're just well, it's just some venting. I don't know, whatever way they pull it off their fans. They're like, you can use that if you want for something. It was like, thanks. Maybe pay some tax.
That'd be better. Yeah.
Maybe don't the 10 billion you earn every fucking day. Give us a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's server
to
farms.
help our country, which would be nice.
We need it.
So we can put more toilets in town and stop people pissing all over the streets.
That's what we need.
Man.
But there's those server farms, it's crazy because that's one of Amazon's big business. Actually, they provide the like cloud hosting services for people like Netflix and stuff. So like they are the internet.
Wow.
That's where it is. If you want to go up and if you ever want to hack the planet, just go up and like snip the cables. Probably just get shot off the fence. It's probably super high tech. Little drones come down and just like get you. You are on Amazon property. You have 10 seconds to comply. 10. You throw your gun down. 8. No. Like RoboCop, just mince you against the window.
Yeah.
You can do it.
That's the future, baby.
That's the future. Amazon. Okay. Excellent, Graeme. Good work.
Yeah. Good work again, Joe.
Enjoy the sun.
I will.
Both do our homework next week.
Yeah,
looking gorgeous already.
I'll be browner as the days go on. And I'll talk more about my fitness schedules next week.
Yeah, have you kept it up?
I have so far, yeah. Barely squeezed it in yesterday.
Just keeping it going.
Running out of time, and I was about to crack open a beer, and I was like, I haven't done my run yet today. I was like, no.
That's very good, though. That's the difference, Graeme. Those little decisions, those moments.
Yeah.
Just forcing yourself to do it every day, like it's a little guilt. It's gonna happen.
But I didn't weigh myself because it was the missus's birthday, and I just ate all around myself.
Now weigh yourself at the end. You get caught up in that.
Yeah,
it's a slow process.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
You're going to see yourself over time. We'll just watch you. It'll be like those things where people take a picture of themselves every week for like 10 years.
Yeah,
you'll slowly change. You'll just slowly morph into this like huge ripped guy, and all of a sudden people will be asking to take your top off in the park. Go, please, will you take it off? Give us a look.
You think?
And you'll be like, okay. But if I have to, just sunning down,
They won't need to ask me, Joe. It'll already be off.
Cracking walnuts in your body.
It'll be off, man.
Anyone need to open a beer?
Check this out.
Yeah, check it out, guys. Okay, beautiful.
Till next week.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
The Graeme and Joe Show. The Graeme and Joe Show. The Graeme and Joe Show. The Graeme and Joe Show.
See you later, guys. Tune in next week. It's been great. It's been beautiful.
Every man for himself.
Every man for himself. Adieu.
Bye. The Graeme and Joe Show.
That's good. That's probably a good